guys. We've got a lot of questions and answers for people. We just finally put up the very, very first clip that we were able to shoot in the kill room, and it's so exciting. After 5 years of really, really hard work, we're able to do it, and now it's time to really get into questions and answers. So Steve and Louis put together a list of top 5 questions, so here they are.
All right, number 1. When is the movie going to be finished?
Are you kidding?
Should I just leave now?
You're right. This is no
tirade?
different than any other independent film other than one thing. We're letting you guys come along with us as often as possible to see, through a window of what we're doing, and we work with you guys where you guys, can vote on different aspects of the film, and we actually implement what you guys vote on. So that's the only difference. Otherwise, all it would be is you would see that in the special features on the DVD in the back, and that's it.
All right. How do you plan to make a Star Wars film on your tiny budget?
Very easily. Steve actually looked it up. What year was Star Wars?
March 25th, 1977.
So what has changed technologically?
A lot.
It's astronomical. I mean, with the green screen effects and everything, they had film on film with huge backdrops and massive...
And everything was actual light.
Yeah, I mean, it was life-size. I mean, we have a tremendous amount of life-size props here because we really like that. And it also plays into the video game, believe it or not. But I think there's an astronomical difference in it. And by technology, today's Star Wars could have been a television show. Like one episode. Very easily.
All right. Will there be any nudity in your movie?
Oh.
Titties!
Over on Live Leak, that's one of the biggest questions, I guess. I think it's an unwritten rule that everybody in the horror movie industry is familiar with. Not that this is a horror movie, but... it's like a sci-fi kind of horror movie, so I would say that whatever we can afford, that's what we're going to do, but there will be. Yes, I would say 90%. Yes? Yes?
Holla.
Fuck!
Right. Are you going to put the puppies in the movie?
That is a really good question.
Love it.
A lot of people ask. Steve agrees. I think it's a good idea, and we're thinking about using Domino because her scars are so huge. Someone poured acid on her when she was 2 weeks old and, really deformed her, and her fur will never come back. But she's an absolutely brilliant dog. She'll take any kind of commands. She's, only like 6 months old, and
awesome.
She is just an incredible... I've had lots of dogs. I've never had a dog so smart. So anyway, I think she could actually act in the movie, and we could say that those are any kind of injuries we want and put her in anyway. So if you've got any ideas on scripting for Domino, I think it'd be kind of cool to have her in the truck with
really
you.
Awesome.
That she's your little guard dog.
Yeah.
Maybe put a pack on her that has some kind of a sensor that maybe she goes and puts sensors somewhere, or she can video, whatever. Do the list.
Definitely going to be in there. All right. What are your top three favorite movies?
For me, top 3 favorite movies is Star Wars, the original, number 1. Aliens, the second one, not Alien, Aliens. And number 3, I would have to go with Serenity. I am a huge Firefly fan.
All right. I got Gladiator. Probably Goodfellas and Heat.
Awesome.
Oh, you got to talk about the Trixie thing.
Oh, Trixie.
Yeah.
A few people were asking, about Trixie being in the room, and we never tell you guys totally the script, so you don't know if Trixie was in the room before Powell gets there, or has Powell been in the room before, and Trixie was actually one of his victims. We're not going to let you know too much, but we threw Trixie in there just because we wanted to get that shot, It was kind of a cool opportunity to throw some lights in there and shadows, but it was a total experimentation last night, and it was so invigorating. Oh my God.
What about the plastic, like the whole thing being too clean?
Yeah, so we got a lot of complaints that the plastic looked too clean. We've tried everything from baby powder to cornstarch and hairspray, and we're gonna.
It's hard to make shit like really.
It won't stick. It won't stick to it. It just falls on the floor. Then it makes a horseshoe around it of where it fell off. So and it. How are you going to make it stick to the plastic? Because nothing really laminates to that plastic. I'm almost thinking of taking them outside and spraying them with maybe some kind of flat clear with an old school gun, like an old Binks number 7, siphon gun, just, or something like that. I don't know. We're going to have to come up with something because it's a very common complaint that, believe it or not, our sets don't look dirty enough. I'm going to take a couple of quick shots of it lit up out there, where you can see how we have really...
Well, the problem is there's no real dirt. Like it hasn't really been sitting there forever. And
another thing somebody was talking about was they wanted to see like water on the floor and hear water dripping. And I was like, I don't know, because we always talked about that it's the end of the world and it's very dry and very sparse and very hot. And the leaves that are on the floor were just from holes in the roof or broken windows, and they're just, the only reason the leaves are still there is because they haven't been in any sunlight. I don't know. It's something to think about, but we got to go because we're running out of time. We'll see you guys.